So here's the thing. I loved the Dizzy games when I was a kid. I used to play a lot of it on the ZX Spectrum. With that being said, I don't know if this will have aged very well. No, this is not an episode of Old School. You are in the right place. This is actually free on Steam. This is a PC game. So I'm using the Xbox controller here. It has got controller support, as you can see. So it's just like using a joystick on the Speccy, or it was on the other 8-bits. It was on the 16-bit home computers as well. So yeah, like I was saying earlier, this is a game I played a lot as a kid. If you know nothing about it, late 80s, I think, we saw the first Dizzy game, 1987 maybe. So that's the pause menu there by hitting escape. Do bear with me, guys. I haven't played this version before. This is Dizzy 2, apparently. Okay. So use item is the numbers 1, 2, and 3. You could see my inventory down there at the bottom. So the gas canister or petrol or the fuel canister would be 1. The spanner 2, etc. Yeah. What was I saying? So I've got to figure out a puzzle here. So yeah, Dizzy is and platform puzzler type of game, but it was very frustrating to play on the Spectrum. And yeah, it's still got exactly the same platforming mechanics. You have to do everything at a slight angle. Music's pretty cool. So what have I got to do here? Let's think about this. I've got to get out of this room. So I've used the key on the rusty gate, or rather the spanner or the wrench or whatever it was, but I still can't get across here. Okay, there we go. I've used the fuel can, an explosion occurred, so that might, or hopefully let me pass now. Yeah, it's still very, very awkward to play, guys. So basically, the Series X controller, in my case, you can use any controller with Steam, is mimicking the joystick we would have used in the 8-bit, 16-bit home computer days. So up on the joystick, or in my case on the controller, is jump. It's not a button to jump, like with the consoles. The action button would be your fire button on the joystick. That is to pick up an object. And it's really fiddly. The platforming aspect is really fiddly. Graphically, I mean, visually, it looks fine. It was very basic looking on the ZX Spectrum. Obviously, it was monochrome. It was only a few colours. I do wonder how faithful this is to the original games. They were quite steep, or the learning curve was quite steep in regards to the puzzling. Like, you would get objects and have to work out where in the hell on the map you were supposed to use them. There was a lot of backtracking, like you'd get in, I don't know, Resident Evil 1, for example. Keep talking about Resident Evil on the channel lately. It's because I am playing through them all right now. I'm actually playing the prequel right now, Resident Evil 0. And I think I'm near the end. And that game, man. Oh, the puzzling in that game is really testing me. I'm not using any guides. Not yet, anyway. Anyway, back to Dizzy. So yeah, it's like I say, it's like Resident Evil 1, to the backtracking a lot, trying to work out where to use the objects in the right places, that kind of thing. That's what Dizzy's about. So I do wonder if this is more for the casual crowd. Oh, I'm sure this is like the first Dizzy game. You go down a lift into like a mine shaft. But yeah, is it going to cater more for the casual crowd, or will this cater for the die-hard Dizzy fans? Oh, nice wind effect going on here because I'm down in the icy cavern. Whoa, I didn't want to drop down this far. A rock has been added to my inventory, apparently. By the looks of things, this is sticking with its original Dizzy theme of being quite vague and just throwing objects in random places and telling you to go and figure out what to do with them and where to take them. That cat up there I want, because I walked past a kennel earlier, didn't I? I'd probably use that there. Am I stuck here now? How the hell am I going to get out of here? But yeah, this is free on Steam. Hence, this being in the free on Steam playlist. I will give it a score out of 5 in the second half of this video, near the end of the video. I'll also have a look at other Steam user reviews, other Steam users' opinions, see what they're saying about Dizzy 2. I think it goes without saying, you don't need a demanding computer to play this. You probably play this on your Nokia N-Gage. Remember them? The Nokia N-Gage? Anyone own one? I didn't. I'm stuck. What the hell do I do? Okay, I think I know. Do bear with me, guys. This is probably riveting viewing for you. I'm being sarcastic, obviously. Oh, did you hear that noise? But yeah, while I'm doing this, I'll try to tell you about my favourite Dizzy games as a child, as a young... Yeah, I was a child when I used to play these games on the Spectrum. I've never played them on other formats. I think there's a NES version of Dizzy. Pretty sure there is. But, I think my favourite Dizzy game was called Fantastic Dizzy. And there was another game I really loved called Magical Land Dizzy. I think that was what it was called. I haven't played these games, or I haven't played a Dizzy game in any way, shape or form since 1990-ish, 1991. So that is a long time ago. This feels exactly like the 8-bit games to play. It's just got the better graphics. Not that these are mind-blowing graphics, but they achieve what they're set out to do. So, I am an idiot. I've been trying to use the rocks to get up to that platform to the right, which was too high. Let's see if I can get up there. If I wasn't commentating as well, guys, I would be... What is going on? Oh, you kidding me? This is so frustrating to play. Yeah, if I wasn't commentating, I'd be fine right now. I'd be absolutely flying. I'd know what I was doing. That is my excuse. I am sticking to that excuse. I quite like the puzzling in Dizzy games. It's the platforming. It sucks. It always has done. Big shout out to the Oliver twins who created this franchise, these games, way back. Like I say, in the mid-80s, late 80s, and onwards. Very talented developers. There is an Oliver Twins collection I think you can actually pick up for the Evercade, which is a cool little retro console that you can pick up at your favourite stores. Actually, I think you can only get them online, I'm not sure. Does anyone actually shop in stores anymore? I don't. It's a bygone era. Yeah, this is tedious, guys. It really is. The platforming's tedious. And my fears are coming true. Oh, got off there just in time, didn't I? Before it collapsed. Yeah, my biggest fears are coming true. This, it hasn't aged at all. I mean, if it was frustrating back then, then it's just, yeah, compared to the platformers we get today. And I think we'll end the gameplay there. You get a good idea of what Dizzy's about. Let's head over to the Steam store page and see what other people say about this game, and I will give it a score out of 5. About this game. This is a legendary quest from the 80s invented by the Oliver twins about a yoke folk living in trees. The main character, Dizzy, constantly rescues relatives who get into trouble, and now he found himself on a strange island after his family was kidnapped by the hunter, etc., etc. So, We didn't see Dizzy's family. If you want me to dig into the Dizzy lore here, you probably don't care whatsoever, but I loved the Yolkfolk family, and you didn't see them, I think, until the sort of second or third Dizzy game. I might be way off on that. But anyway, here's the most helpful reviews. Well, the first one is Giant Spider with the cool, I say this every time, the awesome animated banner. So there's a Dizzy game on Steam. Not really clear what the involvement of Codemasters, the Oliver twins, or whoever owns Dizzy these days is, but I'm accepting this in good faith. This is fairly typical Dizzy arcade adventure resembling the 16-bit versions with full colour graphics. This person likes it. He recommends it. Or she recommends it. Let's scroll down. This person says not recommended. This is Druid's Nectar. Ah, the nostalgia. Annoying controls and irritated permadeath. Yep, get it wrong and it's right back to the beginning. All progress lost. Does anyone want to have to sit through an entire playthrough these days? Back in the day, when a save meant putting a cassette tape in a drive and waiting forever, fair enough. But nowadays, hard disks make saves super quick. So why not implement one? I have read somewhere before starting this video earlier that someone said, where is the save function? Why isn't there one? So I thought they would just like, I can't find it kind of thing, which is something I usually struggle with on these videos. How do I do this? How do I do that? But no, there is no save system, apparently. Alex Castilla, that's an interesting avatar, says, when I run this and open Task Manager, I see the GPU jumps to 99% use. That wasn't an issue for me. So this guy's given it a not recommended based on his potato PC. I'm going to give it a score out of 5. I'm going to score this 3 out of 5. Nostalgia, bumping it up from a 2 to the 3. If it wasn't nostalgia, if I didn't play Dizzy, if I'd never played it before, this would probably get a 2 because the platforming is woeful. There's no save system, so that is a slog. And yeah, I hope you have enjoyed this episode of Free on Steam. Something a little bit different for you. You older heads will remember these Dizzy games, I'm sure. Look out for more content coming to the channel, and I shall speak to you all soon. Take care.